Picture yourself waking up each morning with a clear direction, impenetrable discipline, and the attitude that effortlessly attracts success. What if you knew the key to having a life where your desires aren't wishes but your actuality? Today, I'm going to reveal to you the set of top rules that you have to adhere to in order to create that life. Universal principles that have been responsible for turning common individuals into great achievers. Prepare yourself, because this is the instant your life is going to change. Discipline is the key to all success. All the good things in life, all the meaningful things, start with discipline. You know, you can have as much ambition as you want, but without discipline, ambition turns into frustration. Discipline is what converts desire into reality. It's not the big, grand moments that shape our lives. It's the small, consistent decisions we make every day. Waking up on time, showing up when you don't feel like it, keeping your word even when no one is watching. That's the real work. That's the foundation. Most people want the rewards, but few are willing to pay the price. The price is discipline. It's foregoing the short-term gratification for long-term benefit. It's enduring exhaustion, skepticism, and distraction, and getting the job done simply because it must be done, and it doesn't begin great. It begins small. You make your bed. You see a task through to completion that you committed yourself to completing. You don't cut the workout short. You don't pick up the phone when you're working. These moments build something far more important than the results themselves. They build your character, and once character is strong, results are a natural byproduct. You can't hire discipline. You can't outsource it. It's a personal choice. Every day you either build your future or sabotage it. The beautiful thing is, no matter where you start, discipline levels the playing field. You don't need talent to be disciplined. You don't require degrees, high connections, or good fortune. You just require the desire to rule yourself, to dominate your passions rather than letting them dominate you. To declare, this is the person I wish to be, and then act on it. When you live with discipline, you start to build trust with yourself. And self-trust is one of the greatest forces in success. Because once you begin to believe your own words, once you start keeping promises to you, the world around you changes. People can sense when you're congruent, when you live in integrity. And that trust starts within through the quiet, unseen disciplines no one else claps for. Discipline isn't perfection. Discipline is consistency. You will fall. You will fail. But discipline rises again. It adjusts. It does not allow one failure to destroy a month. Discipline says, we begin again now. Discipline is not emotional. Discipline is not reactive. It is rooted. You arrive no matter what, and eventually discipline is your habit, and habit is your destiny. There is something incredible about living a life that's disciplined, focused, and principled. You wake up clear. You don't drift. You know where your time is being spent, where your energy is being invested, and you no longer waste your days in guilt, regret, or chaos. Discipline sets you free. It's not restriction, it's liberation. It lets you live fully because you're not a slave to moods or temptations. You're in control. You're building. And what's amazing is that discipline in one area spills into others. You get your health right, suddenly your business improves. You start managing time better, and relationships flourish. Everything is connected. That's the ripple effect of discipline. It lifts your entire life, piece by piece. No shortcuts, no magic, just consistent, focused effort repeated over time. That's how real success is built. Work harder on yourself than you work at your job. That's one of the great realities of life. Because the pay never goes beyond personal growth. You don't get paid for the time you put in. You get paid for the value you contribute to the time. And that value is a reflection of who you become. So the question isn't, how do I get more? But instead, how do I become more? When you're concerned with becoming a better version of yourself, wiser, sharper, more disciplined, more emotionally intelligent, the rest comes with it. Most people give all their energy to working at their job, on outside tasks, on fire extinguishing. But the true leverage is internal. It's in making your mind, your habits, your perspective better. If you get better, your situation gets better on its own. You don't pursue opportunity, you draw it to you. That's the distinction. Others sense when you've worked on yourself on the inside, you present differently. You lead differently. You communicate more clearly. You listen more effectively. You perform without being micromanaged. That's a product of personal development. Personal growth is the greatest form of leverage because nobody can steal it from you. You can't lose money jobs, hustles, but who you turn into in the process is with you forever. Each book you read, each lesson you learn, each failure you learn to grow from becomes a permanent wealth. And the more you grow, the more your vision expands. You think bigger. You raise your expectations. You start to hold yourself and life to a higher standard. And life eventually starts to respond to those expectations. But here's the thing. Don't wait for motivation. Don't wait for life to make you grow. Be proactive. Read the book now. Take the course now. Think now. And to journal now. You don't need a crisis to wake up. You just need a vision for who you could be. Let that motivate you. Let that you be who pulls you forward. And remember, working on yourself is not always comfortable. Growth isn't always glamorous. It requires humility, the willingness to look in the mirror and admit what needs to change. It demands patience because real transformation doesn't happen overnight. And it takes courage to face fears, to take responsibility, to let go of old identities that no longer serve you. But the payoff is amazing because when you grow, you don't just get more success, you get freedom. Freedom to respond instead of react. Freedom to lead rather than follow. Freedom to live life the way you want, think the way you want, speak the way you want, and love the way you want. That's ultimate success. Becoming someone who not only gets through life, but creates it with purpose and intention. When you invest in personal growth, all aspects of life get better. Your relationships are better because you communicate more effectively. Your money grows because you handle it better. Your business succeeds because your mind sharpens. Boost stems from knowing that no matter what happens, you can adjust, develop, and succeed. That is the power of investing in yourself. So don't ask for life to give you more until you become the person who can handle more. Focus not just on what you do, but on who you're becoming. Because once you become more, doing more becomes effortless, and having more becomes natural. Success starts with written, clear goals. You can't determine your course without a destination. Picture attempting to sail a ship without a compass or map. You may wander a little while, but eventually you'll be lost or off course. Goals are your map. They provide direction, purpose, and meaning to your efforts. They not only let you know where to go, but how to gauge your progress. Writing your goals down is a potent thing. By putting your dreams and plans in writing, you take them out of the world of wishful thinking and bring them into the world of real possibility. The act of physically writing makes it specific. It requires specificity. You are pushed to make definite what you desire, why you desire it, and by when you want it. Something that you have written down is a commitment to yourself, and commitments have to be honored. Establishing clear objectives also demystifies giant dreams into doable steps. Rather than hoping vaguely for success or happiness, you define what those look like. Do you desire to earn a specified amount of money? Start a business? Get healthier? Heal a relationship? Each goal is now a beacon that directs your daily behaviors. But goals are not about setting a target. They are about ownership. You start taking charge of your life when you write goals with belief. You shift from being a passenger to the captain of your ship. Goals motivate action because they induce accountability to yourself first and foremost. One of the largest challenges that individuals have is the temptation to drift or procrastinate. Without goal clarity, it's simple to fall into this trap. Life becomes reactive, reacting to whatever occurs rather than proactively creating your future. Clear goals provide a sense of purpose and urgency. They serve as a magnet that moves you forward, particularly those days when motivation is weak. In addition to setting goals, keeping score is essential. What gets measured gets improved. Imagine trying to improve your fitness without tracking your workouts or your diet. It's nearly impossible to know what's working and what's not. The same is true for success in any area of life. Keeping score means regularly checking your progress, assessing what's effective and adjusting what isn't. Monitoring progress keeps you inspired because you get proof that effort is working for you. It gives confidence. When you put down achievement, however small, you reinforce your own confidence in your ability to achieve goals. It converts vision into concrete milestones. In addition, keeping score focuses. It prevents you from getting lost in busy work or distractions that are not working to your advantage. By looking at your progress, you can see time wasters or bad habits that slow you down. It also helps you to prioritize activities that give you the best payoff. The measurement habit encourages discipline and responsibility. If you know that you'll be checking on your progress each day, week, or month, you are more likely to remain accountable. This self-reflection generates a feedback loop. You learn from what's working, you adjust what's not, and you keep progressing. Life is easy to discourage when things do not happen fast. But with keeping score, you can win small. Small wins are the stepping stones to success. They keep your spirit alive. They remind you that you are making progress even though the finish line is far ahead. Goal setting and scorekeeping also direct your actions towards your values. If a goal is no longer in line with your vision, you can recalculate and redirect. That flexibility is essential because life is ever-changing. Your goals need to expand and adapt as you do, but the discipline of clarity and measurement must stay the same. Keep in mind that goals must be attainable but challenging. They need to stretch you but not shatter you. Stretch goals push you out of your comfort zone and promote growth. Unrealistic goals contribute to frustration and discouragement. Getting the correct balance is an art, and that is achieved with experience and reflection. When you pair specific goals with relentless monitoring, you build momentum. Momentum is the intangible power that propels you through adverse situations. It's why athletes train every day, why entrepreneurs never quit after setbacks, and why successful individuals never surrender. Momentum converts effort into progress and progress into success. Clear objectives and keeping score also improve decision-making. In deciding, you can ask yourself, does this bring me closer to my objective? If the reply is a negative one, then the decision is an easy one. This clarity avoids unnecessary distractions and makes you use your time and effort wisely. Everyone gripes about not having time, but time is not the problem. It's a failure to clarify and prioritize. Without clarity and goals, time gets away from you. With goals and metrics, you're purposeful with every minute. Goal setting and progress measurement are not singular activities, but rather repetitive processes. As you attain milestones, you set new targets. With growth, your vision also widens. This constant loop of goal setting and progress tracking provides a life of purpose, direction, and satisfaction. This discipline builds confidence and self-trust. You learn to rely on yourself to follow through, to adjust, and to keep moving. Over time, this becomes a powerful habit that carries you toward your dreams, regardless of external circumstances. When you live by these rules, you don't leave your success to chance. You build it systematically. And that, more than anything, is the key to not just wealth or success, but peace, happiness, and a good life. Surround yourself with ambitious, growing people. The company you keep is shaping your destiny far more than most realize. People are sponges. They absorb attitudes, habits, and energy from those around them. When you find yourself consistently feeling stuck, discouraged, or limited, take a closer look at the circle you run with. Do these people lift you up or hold you down? Are they moving toward their goals or just drifting through life? Your surroundings have a profound impact on your state of mind. Your surroundings influence what you believe is possible, how hard you work, and even how you see yourself. When you are around individuals who share a vision, who are focused, and who are tireless in their pursuit of development, their state of mind is contagious. Their habits get you to up your game. Their energy encourages you to dig deeper. Conversely, if you spend time with others who grumble, excuse, or exist in lack, you'll start to form similar habits. Negativity is contagious and subtle, leeching your energy and obscuring your sight. It's not that others are bad or wrong. It's just that their vibrational frequency may not be where you want to create your future. Selecting your circle of choice is one of the easiest and most powerful things you can do to speed your success. Find mentors, peers, and friends who stretch you, encourage you, and challenge you. Find those that motivate you to be the best you can be, who celebrate with you in your victories, and who challenge you to get stronger at your weaknesses. Creating a positive network isn't about manipulating people or networking superficially. It's about forming real relationships with people who have your values and drive. When you do that, you gain access to not only encouragement, but also wisdom, opportunities, and viewpoints that stretch you. Living with winners also educates you in the language of success. You start thinking, speaking, and behaving differently. The world seems different to you because your perspective has changed. You begin to see possibilities where earlier there existed obstacles. You become solution-driven as opposed to problem-oriented. This is not just business, but applies to every aspect of life. Your eating and exercise habits, your financial choices, and your emotional stability are all determined by the people you align yourself with. Success is integrated. It involves cultivating your mind, body, and spirit. And the correct surroundings nourishes all of these. Be careful about how much time you spend with various types of people. It is not always possible to stay away from negative influences, particularly if they are relatives or co-workers. But you can decide how much energy to put and where to put your attention. You can intentionally go to groups, clubs, or activities where like-minded individuals congregate. You can be part of learning groups, attend seminars, or just read books from productive thinkers. It is not easy to change your social circle, particularly if it involves keeping a distance from friends or vices. But the uneasiness is only temporary. The benefits are for a lifetime. When you invest time in people that contribute to your development, you create a support network that is there for you during adversity and rejoices with you when you make strides. Now, becoming a person of worth through service is another pillar of enduring success. The world pays off those who bring value. Whether you're an entrepreneur, employee, artist, or parent, your capacity to serve well dictates your reach and reward. Value is not about manipulation or sales. It's about creating a positive impact for others. It's about fixing problems, fulfilling needs, and enhancing experiences. If you think about giving first, success will often come naturally. This has been the principle throughout history. Those who have had the most impact, those whose legacies live on, did so by contributing to others. They weren't preoccupied with their own benefit. They were concerned for the well-being and development of their community, customers, or team. Becoming valuable means developing skills, knowledge, and character that others respect and rely on. It means being reliable, honest, and generous. It means going beyond what is expected, doing more than what is asked. This kind of service builds trust and opens doors. When you consistently give value, people take notice. They want to work with you, support you, and refer others to you. Your reputation builds and your opportunities along with it. This is a cycle of abundance because value attracts value. It's also crucial to understand that value is subjective. What's valuable to one may not be for another. So the trick is to know the people you're attempting to serve. Listen, watch, ask, then shape your efforts to fill those needs in ways that matter to them. Being of service to others is not just a part of your career or business. It can be as easy as providing positive encouragement, imparting knowledge, or assisting a person in need. Small acts of kindness and generosity do add up over time and create a groundwork of goodwill and connection. Additionally, serving others gives your own life and purpose a higher sense of fulfillment. It moves your attention from selfish agendas to something greater. If you assist others to succeed and be happy, you feel an inner sense of satisfaction that no amount of money can purchase. A valuable person by virtue of service also needs to be humble. It implies living for others, sometimes even at your own discomfort. It implies listening more than speaking and giving without looking at reciprocation. This mindset revolutionizes relationships and creates real influence. In the marketplace, value creates sustainability. Companies that focus on customer satisfaction, quality, and innovation succeed. People who assist their team to be successful, who mentor, and who act with integrity have careers that span a lifetime. When you put together a circle of people who are growth-oriented with a dedication to being valuable through service, you have a mighty success ecosystem. Your surroundings enable your development, and your value increases the contributions you make within your surroundings. This combination not only accelerates your progress, but also deepens your impact. You're no longer just seeking success for yourself, but becoming a catalyst for success in others. This is how legacies are built. This is how lives are transformed. It is a time and effort that it takes to develop such a character. Being around winners involves taking the initiative and investing in relationships that count. Being a person of value involves perpetual learning, self-awareness, and liberality. But the reward is huge, materially and spiritually. Success is never a solitary journey. It's a shared journey. By selecting your companions wisely and by pledging to serve, you build a life full of possibility, purpose, and belonging. It's the journey not only to success, but to significance too. Don't wish for ease, wish for strength and skill. It's an automatic impulse to desire that life will get easier, that barriers will vanish, and that achievement will arrive effortlessly. But to wish for an easy path tends to result in frustration and disappointment. The reality is, adversity is a part of the process of growth and success. What you need to do is prepare yourself to meet it. Strength and ability are the true secrets to surviving life's challenges. When you create inner strength, you foster resilience, the capacity to rebound from failure, to press on when the road is rough, and to stay focused amidst distractions. Strength is not only physical, it's mental, emotional, and spiritual. It's the foundation that enables you to survive and succeed. Strength is enhanced by skill because skill gives you the capability to solve problems and capitalize on opportunities. Skills develop through learning, practice, and experience. They increase your ability to deal with complexity, to innovate. Without skill, strength is just brute force, effective only up to a point. Without strength, skill crumbles under pressure. Rather than yearning for a simpler life, insist on growing stronger and more competent. Welcome challenges as chances to develop these strengths. Every challenge you beat is added to your reserves. Every problem you fix makes you more competent. This attitude changes your mindset from victim to victor. Most successful individuals will share with you that their greatest breakthroughs occurred after they had struggled the most. They didn't shy away from challenges. They turned challenges into a training ground. If you want to be great, you need to be willing to work harder on yourself than on your situation. Strength and skill are not gifts you're born with. They are developed. This development requires discipline, patience, and persistence. It means showing up even when you're tired or discouraged. It means seeking feedback, learning from mistakes, and refining your approach. It means pushing past comfort zones and embracing discomfort as a sign of growth. To wish for comfort can also give birth to a false sense of entitlement. People begin to assume success will come without working for it, searching for shortcuts, or assuming responsibility elsewhere if they are not making progress. Real empowerment is based on taking responsibility and being dedicated to becoming better despite the long road ahead. When you develop strength and ability, you build confidence, not arrogance, but a quiet confidence that you can cope with anything that comes your way. This confidence transforms your behavior and your choices. You make more informed risks, grasp opportunities sooner, and bounce back from setbacks more easily. You become a problem solver rather than a problem avoider. The world admires those who are ready, those who have value to offer, and those who exhibit strength. Strength and ability open doors that ease alone cannot. They provide you with bargaining power in negotiations, clout in relationships, and mastery over your fate. This same principle is used in personal development. Emotional strength enables you to cope with stress, communicate successfully, and have a healthy balance of relationships. Intellectual skill quickens your thinking, imagination, and decision-making. And physical strength enhances your energy and stamina. Spiritual strength roots you in purpose and integrity. Building these fields as a whole will make you highly prepared for life's many demands. It will also prepare you to lead others through example, encouraging them to develop their own strength and capability. Strengthening and becoming more capable is a lifelong path. There is no end point, only ongoing improvement. Mark milestones, but never rest on your laurels. Keep learning, keep being hungry, and stay humble. Life doesn't work on need, it works on deserve. This is one of the basic rules that most forget. Too many times, individuals dwell on what they don't have or what they want. They beg for success, opportunity, or happiness in hopes that life will just grant them these things because they want them so badly. But the universe does not work according to wishes or expectation. It works on value and merit. You don't receive what you need. You receive what you deserve. This implies that the circumstances of your life are an expression of what you have garnered through your deeds, character, and contributions. This legislation isn't cruel. It gives you the power. It makes you get the results you want by becoming the kind of person you need to be to get them. If you want respect, you have to be respectful. If you want riches, you have to create value. If you want love, You must be loving. When you get this, you quit blaming other people or circumstances for your life. You own it. You ask, what do I need to become to deserve the life I want? This question makes your energy come from growth versus frustration. Worthy of something is more than merely working hard. It's about integrity, consistency, and contribution. It's about your thoughts, words, and actions all being aligned with your highest ideals. It's about trusting yourself and others. When you do that, you're magnetic to opportunities and to people who will. The principle of deserving also requires patience. Occasionally, you might work hard and do everything right and still experience delay or obstruction. That does not indicate you don't deserve success. It indicates the time isn't there yet, or that you need to develop more. Move forward, continue to perfect yourself, and have faith in the process. This philosophy can be applied in all aspects of life. Financial prosperity reaches those who deserve it through the creation of value. Career growth benefits those who deserve it through competence and dependability. Good relationships bloom with those who deserve respect and affection through goodness and respect. When you live by the principle that life reacts to deserve, you develop humility and thankfulness. You know that success is not a coincidence, but rather the product of conscious decisions. You enjoy the journey and the development it provides. You cease pursuing passing pleasures and begin creating enduring fulfillment. Knowing that life responds to deserve also causes you to establish healthy boundaries. You no longer settle for less than you deserve because you respect you. You become more discerning about who you let into your life and what you engage in. In effect, this rule gives you the power to be proactive instead of reactive. It reminds you that your destiny is not determined by luck or expectation, but by your day-to-day actions and attitude. It's an invitation to be intentional, disciplined, and committed. Living with this realization alters your relationship with challenge. Rather than perceiving challenges as unjust obstacles, you perceive challenges as tests of your deservability. Every challenge presents a chance to demonstrate to yourself that you are worthy of success. When you couple the attitude of developing strength and ability with the knowledge that life reacts to deserve, you form a potent formula for success. You cease hoping for easier situations and begin preparing yourself to manage whatever life presents to you. You cease hoping for undeserved rewards and begin earning your seat at the table. This strategy not only results in outer accomplishment, but also in inner tranquility. You become confident in your capacity to handle uncertainty. You create strength that sees you through tough times, and you forge a character that draws respect and admiration. Success isn't about staying out of trouble. It's about getting strong enough to survive and thrive in spite of it. It's about deserving better and working to become that person. When you live by these truths, you unlock a life of potential, purpose, and power. Discipline is the foundation, the daily dedication to your vision that distinguishes dreamers from doers. Discipline, however, is not enough. You also have to invest in yourself, develop your skills, and sharpen your mind, because the value you create determines the reward you get. Having clear goals and keeping score provides you with direction and momentum, turning fuzzy desires into a strong plan of action. Be around people who challenge and inspire you because your surroundings either constrain you or drive you forward. Recall, success is not avoiding struggle, it's developing the strength and ability to overcome it. And life doesn't give you what you want on a platter. It pays back what you deserve. Oh, so work on making yourself a valuable person, working for others, and living an honest life. When you adopt these values, you're not pursuing success. You're becoming one. You're entering a life of meaning, authority, and unrelenting momentum. Now it's your turn. Put these principles, practice them every day, and see how your life changes. Success awaits. Are you ready to take it?